Hello students, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class we'll be continuing the topic fractions. Do you remember what was dealt in the previous class? We learnt about fractions. Fractions are numbers that are used to express part of a group, right students? What are fractions? Fractions are numbers that are used to express part of a group. Now we've learnt about different types of fractions in which we were learning about complex fractions. Now what are these complex fractions? Fractions having either or both the numerator and denominator as fractions or mixed numbers are called complex fractions. Yes. So how do these are? Now look at this, 2 by 5 is our numerator. Sorry, 2 is a numerator divided by 5 by 3 is our denominator here. Yes students, 2 is the numerator, 5 by 3 is the denominator. Now this is a complex fraction. Now how do we simplify a complex fraction? To simplify a complex fraction, we change the complex fraction into a division sum. That is, divide the numerator by the denominator. See, here we are having 2 by 5 by 3. Yes students, now when we say this 2 by 5, when we say 2 by 5, what do we mean? We mean that 2 divided by 5. Yes, we mean that 2 divided by 5. In the same way, 2 by 5 by 3 means 2 divided by 5 by 3. Clear students? What is the first step to do? The first step is to divide the numerator and denominator. Now, so first we are writing it in a division form, 2 divided by 5 by 3. Yes students, now when we are dividing fractions, okay, when we have to divide this fraction, what we do is we simply replace this division symbol with a multiplication symbol. What do we do students? We replace the division symbol with the multiplication symbol, and this fraction we'll write the reciprocal of this fraction. What does the reciprocal means? Here denominator is 3, right? So the 3 becomes the numerator, and here the numerator is 5, and so the 5 here becomes the denominator. Understood? Let us look at this once again. What was the fractions? Complex fraction given to us? 2 by 5 by 3, wherein 2 is the numerator and 5 by 3 is our denominator. Yes students, now what should we do? The first step is to write it in the form of a division. Yes, this line here is replaced with division, numerator divided by denominator. Yes, now when we, as the denominator here is a fraction, when we divide a fraction, what rule we apply is we simply replace this division symbol with multiplication. Okay, division symbol with multiplication, and the fraction here given will write the reciprocal of it. Now again, what does reciprocal means? The denominator becomes the numerator, and the numerator 5 here becomes the denominator 5. Understood students? See, this complex fraction is now simply turned into a multiplication problem. Yes, now how do you multiply these two? What to do with these two? Whenever we have a number with no denominator, we assume that its denominator is 1. What do we assume? We assume that its denominator is 1, because when you divide 2 with 1, what is 2? See, if I divide 2 with 1, the answer will be what? 1 2s are 2. Yes, the quotient will again be equal to 2 only. So 2 divided by 1 will give us 2 only. So any number divided by 1 will give us the number itself. We assume that the denominator of a number is 1. See, this whole number, the denominator of every whole number is 1 here. Now we have these two fractions, 2 by 1 multiplied by 3 by 5. Yes students, how do we multiply fractions? Multiply both the numerators first. 2 into 3 divided by, then the denominators, 1 into 5. Understood students? What did we do? We multiplied the numerators first. 2 into 3 divided by the denominators, 1 into 5. Yes, 2 into 3 becomes 6, 1 into 5 becomes 5. Clear students, what did we do here? We converted this complex fraction 2 by 5 by 3 into a simple fraction which is 6 by 5 here. Clear? Is this clear? I hope this was clear. Let us look at another example. 2 3 by 4 divided by 6 7 by 11. 2 3 by 4 divided by 6 7 by 11. Now see, this is a very complex fraction. We are having two mixed numbers. Mixed numbers has both numerator and the denominator. Now what will be our first step? What will our first step be? Our first step will be to convert these mixed numbers into improper, or let us say fractions. Just convert these mixed numbers into fractions. Yes. Now what is the numerator here? 2 3 by 4. How do we convert a mixed number into a fraction, students? We've learned it in the previous video, right? Yes. First will be the denominator into the whole number part. 4 into 2. Then keep this in the brackets because first we need to multiply 4 into 2. This is what we need to do first. We should not mix it with other things. So let us keep it in brackets. Now then we have to add the numerator. Yes, then we have to add the numerator and whole divided by the denominator. Yes, 4 into 2 plus 3. Now 4 2s are 8 plus 3 divided by 4. 8 plus 3 gives us 11. 11 by 4. Clear, students? What did we do here? We converted this mixed number 2 3 by 4 into an improper fraction 11 by 4. Again, why is this an improper fraction? If you look at the numerator is greater than the denominator. Yes. What did I say? Assume this, the greater number as father and the smaller number as the child. Now the child is down and he is bearing the weight of the father. Is it a proper scenario? No. So this becomes an improper fraction. Yes, students. Let us move to the denominator. 6 7 by 11. Now again convert this mixed number into a fraction. First comes what? Denominator into the whole number part. 11 into 6 plus the numerator whole divided by the denominator. 11 6 are 66 plus 7 divided by 11. Yes, students, we have just first solve whatever is in the brackets. Yes, first solve whatever is in the brackets. Now 66 plus 7 becomes what? 66 plus 7 becomes 73 divided by 11. Yes, 73 divided by 11. Now what fractions did we get? 11 by 4 and 73 by 11. Yes, 11 by 4 becomes the numerator and 73 by 11 becomes our denominator. Clear, right, students? Till now just what did we do? We converted the mixed numbers into improper fractions. Yes. Now comes the real part of solving this complex fraction. Again, why is this a complex fraction? Because it is having fractions as both the numerator and denominator. Right. Now what is our first step? First step is to write it in the form of a division. 11 by 4 divided by 73 by 11. Yes, students, 11 by 4 divided by 73 by 11. Now what did I say earlier? We simply need to replace division with multiplication symbol and write the reciprocal of the second fraction. The fraction which is after the division symbol. Yes, or you can also yes, only the fraction which is after the division symbol. Now what will the reciprocal of 73 by 11 becomes? It becomes 11 by 73. Am I right, students? Yes, the denominator 11 became the numerator 11 here, and the numerator 73 became the denominator 73. Now how do we solve this? First multiply the numerators divided by multiply the denominators. Yes. 11 11s are 121, 73 4s are 4 3s are 12, 4 7s are 28, 29. So 121 by 292. Yes, students, 121 by 292 is our answer. Now this complex fraction turned into a simple fraction, which is 121 by 292. Is this clear, students? First step, see, if any of the numerator or denominator are mixed numbers, then first convert them into fractions, and the next step will be to write in the form of division. Yes, to write in the form of division. Then we replace the division symbol with multiplication and write the reciprocal of the second fraction. Then multiply the numerators divided by multiply the denominators. Yes, this gives us our simple fraction. Clear, students? This was about converting complex fractions into simple fractions. Moving on to type of fraction number 8, equivalent fractions. Now what are these? Fractions representing the same value are called equivalent fractions. What are these? Fractions representing the same value are called equivalent fractions. Now equivalent fractions can be found by multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator of a fraction by the same non-zero number. We use equivalent fractions when adding or subtracting and to compare the size of fractions. Now what are they saying here? These fractions represent the same value. When two fractions represent the same value, we call them as equivalent fractions. Equivalent, equal in value. Now, how can we find out the equivalent fractions? Now, look at the question here. A few equivalent fractions for 4 by 5 are. We need to find out the equivalent fractions for 4 by 5. Now, how do we do that? We do that by either multiplying or dividing. Multiplying or dividing. What? The numerator and denominator of a fraction. The important point to remember is that we need to use the same number to multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator. Okay, students? I cannot use 1 to multiply the numerator and 2 to multiply the denominator. Okay, we need to use the same number. And what should that number be? It should be a non-zero number. And what do we mean by a non-zero number? Any number other than 0. Yes, any number other than 0. We need to multiply or divide the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number. And where do we use these equivalent fractions? Why are they important? They are used when adding or subtracting fractions and to compare the size of fractions. When do we use them? We use them when adding or subtracting fractions and to compare the size of fractions. Now see, in your previous classes you've learned, I hope that you've learned about kilometers and centimeters, right? Kilometers, centimeters and other units of measure. Now when what did we do? We always add similar terms. We add kilometers with kilometers and we add centimeters with centimeters. Yes, and also in the same way we subtract kilometers from kilometers and we subtract centimeters from centimeters. It is not possible to subtract centimeters from kilometers. If we need to subtract, what did we do, students? We converted either the kilometers into centimeters or the centimeters into kilometers. Yes, so that they become numbers of equivalent value, equal measures. Both should be either centimeters or both should be either kilometers. Yes, so in the same way here in the case of fractions also, the fractions should be equivalent to perform addition or subtraction, or also when comparing the size of fractions. Now if I say compare 15 kilometers and 15 centimeters, we cannot compare this because this is in the kilometers and this is in centimeters. Yes, if we had both in centimeters, then we could have said that 15 centimeters is less than 150 centimeters. So these equivalent fractions are also used when adding or subtracting fractions and also for comparing the size of fractions. Now coming to the example, a few equivalent fractions for 4 by 5 are, we need to find out equivalent fractions for 4 by 5. What we learnt here is that we can find them by multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator with the same non-zero number. Now when I say, what was it, 4 by 5, right? So when I say 4 by 5, this, the option we have is to either multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator. Yes students, see, if I cannot multiply these, divide 4 and 5 with 2, because 4 will be divided by 2. 4 by 2 becomes 2. Yes, 4 by 2 becomes 2. 5 by 2 becomes what? 5 by 2 becomes 2.5. But I do not want decimals here. I want proper whole numbers. So what I do in this case is I go for multiplying 4 into 2 by 5 into 2. Remember what I said? Multiply both numerator and denominator with the same non-zero number. Yes students, with the same non-zero number. Now 4 into 2 becomes 8, 5 into 2 becomes 10. Yes, now 4 by 5 equivalent fraction is 8 by 10. Suppose in your exam they have asked you to find out 5 equivalent fractions. Now this will be our first one, where we have multiplied both the numerator and denominator with 2. Now the second one will be 4 into 3 by 5 into 3. What will it become? 4 3s are 12 by 5 3s are 15. Yes students, this will be a second equivalent fraction. Now moving to the third one, 4 into 4 by 5 into 4. 16 by 20. Yes, this will be our third one. In the same way, for how many, depending on your question, if they have asked you to find out 6 equivalent fraction, go do multiplication with 6 numbers. If they have asked us only 5, then 5 numbers are enough. Okay, you got an idea, right, how to find out the equivalent fraction for this number 4 by 5. What did I do is I multiplied both the numerator and denominator with the same non-zero number, which here is 2. 4 into 2 become 8 divided by 5 2s are 10. Yes students, yes. See here, a few equivalent fractions are 4 by 3 by 5 by 3 is equals to 12 by 15, or 5 by 4 into 5 by 5 into 5 is equals to 20 by 25, or 4 into 8 by 5 into 8 is equals to 32 by 40. Yes students, clear. Now that was finding equivalent fractions by multiplication. Now let us do the division part. 24 by 36. 24 by 36. We are having this fraction here. Do I have a common divisor for both these two, numerator and denominator? Any one table in which both the numbers are divisible with? Yes, we have the two table. Yes, 24 divided by 2 becomes 12 and 36 divided by 2 becomes 18. Yes students, so here I am having a least common multiple which will exactly divide both the numerator and denominator. So I am going for division. 24 by 2 becomes 12 and 36 by 2 becomes 18. Now again let us try it with 3 as well. Yes, 24 by 3 becomes 24 divided by 3 becomes 3 8s are 24, and 36 by 3 becomes 12 because 3 12s are 36. Yes students, 12 3s are 36. In the same way, next let us see for 4 as well. Yes, 24 by 4 by 36 by 4. Now do we have, see, 4 6 are 24 and 4 9s are 36. Yes students, 4 6 are 24 and 4 9s are 36. So if we have a number which will exactly divide both the numerator and denominator, we can go for division and find out the equivalent fractions. If you do not, we can simply go for multiplying both the numerator and denominator with the same non-zero digit to get our equivalent fractions. Clear students? We have learnt about how to find equivalent fractions using both multiplication and division here. Yes, I hope this was clear. Moving on to like and unlike fractions. Fractions having the same denominators are called like fractions, whereas fractions having different denominators are called unlike fractions. We can tell it by the name itself, right? Like means which are similar, which are same to each other. Now what are they saying? How should the factors be same to call it like fractions? The fractions having same denominators. Look at the example here. 4 by 11, 6 by 11, 2 by 11, 7 by 11, etc. All these are having 11 as their denominators here, right? All the fractions are having the same denominators. So what can we call these? We can call these as our like fractions. Yes students, we can call these as our like fractions. Now next is unlike fractions. Now unlike becomes what? Unlike is the opposite of like. Yes, unlike is the opposite of like. So in the same way, as like fractions had same denominators, unlike fractions will have what? Yes, unlike fractions will have different denominators. Look at these examples here. 3 by 5, 3 by 7, 11 by 12, 19 by 20, etc. are all unlike fractions. Why are they unlike? Because they do not have the same denominators here. Clear students? This was about like and unlike fractions. Fractions having same denominators become like fractions, whereas fractions having different denominators are called as unlike fractions. Note that to convert unlike fractions into like fractions, we find the LCM of the denominators of the given fractions and convert each fraction into an equivalent like fraction with the LCM as the denominator. Now though this is a very big these were very big sentences, it is very easy concept to understand students. Now see, we are having two fractions here, 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. Yes, 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. What should we do? We should convert them into like fractions. Again, what are like fractions? Like fractions are those which have the same denominator. Here denominator of first fraction is 5 and for the second it is 7. Both are different, right? So these are currently unlike fractions. We need to convert them into like fractions. 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. Now how to do that? The first step is to find the LCM. You know LCM, right students? Least common multiple. Least common multiple of what? The numerators? No, denominators. Why the denominators only? Because if you remember the definition of like fractions, there the denominators were same. Yes, the denominators were same. So again here we'll find the LCM of our denominators. 5 comma 7. You guys know how to find out the LCM, right? Yes, 5 comma 7. Now there is no common. We have 5 here, prime number 5, in which 5 ones are 5. 7 does not go in the 5 table, so we'll write 7 as it is. Then 7, now 1 will be written as it is and 7 ones are 7. Yes student? Now what will be the least common multiple? 5 into 7. 5 into 7 becomes 35. 35 will be our what? LCM. Now why is this LCM important here? To convert both the given fractions into like fractions. Yes. Now if you look at the first fraction 3 by 5, the denominator is only 5. Yes, but the LCM is 35. So for the denominator to become 35, what should we do? We should multiply it with 7. Yes students, we should multiply it with 7. 5 sevens are becomes 35. And remember, in fractions or in any equation that we are doing or we are solving any problem in mathematics, we cannot just simply multiply the denominator here. We should also multiply the numerator here. Why? So that if 7 and 7 get cancelled, we get the same fraction 3 by 5 here. Yes, we cannot simply we cannot simply multiply 7 only for the denominator. We should multiply it with the numerator as well. Okay students, always remember this. We cannot multiply only the denominator. We should multiply the numerator as well with the same number. Which number here? It is number 7. Yes, this will be a first fraction. Now coming to the second fraction, 4 by 7. Again, here 7 is the denominator. The LCM is 35. Now what should the 7 be multiplied with to get 35? 7 5s are 35. Yes. So when we multiply 5 with 7, we'll get the LCM 35. So we are multiplying 5 for we are multiplying both the numerator and denominator with 5. Yes students, as I said, we should do the same thing with both the numerator and denominator. You cannot simply just multiply the denominator here. 3 into 7 becomes 21 divided by 5 7s are 35, comma 4 5s are 20 divided by 35. 21 by 35, comma 20 by 35. Yes students, these both are our answers. Now tell me, are these two like fractions? Yes, these two are our like fractions. Why? Because both of them are having the same denominator 35. So these are like fractions. What did we do here? We converted these unlike fractions into like fractions. How did we do that? We did that by finding the LCM of the denominators and then converting them into equivalent fractions. Yes, isn't this an equivalent fraction students? We are multiplying the numerator and denominator with the same number, same non-zero number. Yes, so we are converting them into equivalent fraction based on our LCM. Or another thing we can do here is we are having 5 only here. Now if you look at the LCM, it is 5 into 7. So 7 is missing. So multiply it with 7. In the same way here we are having only 7. 5 is missing. So multiply with 5. Both the numerator and denominator, multiply it with 5. Understood students? What was this? This was about converting like. Students, before ending today's class, let us revise all the types of fractions we have learned. The first one was proper fractions, wherein the numerator is less than the denominator. Yes. The next one was improper fractions, where the reverse of proper fractions. Yes, where the numerators are larger than or equal to their denominators are called what? Are called improper fractions. The next one was mixed numbers. Now when we say mixed number, numbers having a whole number part and a fractional part are called mixed numbers. We denote a mixed number in the form of a b by c. It is equals to what? A plus b by c. That is nothing but ac plus b by c. Yes students, 4 1 by 3, 2 1 by 5 etc. are all mixed numbers. And what is the note here? Every mixed number can be written as an improper fraction and every improper fraction can be written as a mixed number. The next type was vulgar fractions. Fractions having denominators as whole numbers other than any power of 10 are called vulgar fractions. Sorry, we've missed a decimal fractions here. Fractions having denominators as 10, 100 or 1000 or any other higher power of 10 are called decimal fraction. Yes, when we have 10, 100, 1000 or any other power of 10 as the denominators, they are called as decimal fractions, and vulgar fractions become those fractions having denominators as whole numbers other than the power of 10. Yes, if it is not a decimal fraction, then it will be a vulgar fraction. The next type was simple fractions. Fractions having both the numerator and denominator as whole numbers are simple fractions. Yes, it is pretty simple. Both the numerator and denominator are both whole numbers, so it is called as simple fraction. The next type is complex fractions. Fractions having either or both the numerator and denominator as fractions or mixed numbers are called complex fractions. Yes, they are not simple fractions, they are very complex and difficult to understand, because either of the numerator or denominator has a fraction or a mixed number, yes, as the numerator or the denominator. So these are called as the complex fraction. We have also learned how to simplify a complex fraction in today's class. Yes, the next are the equivalent fractions. Fractions representing the same value are called equivalent fractions. And how can they be found? They can be found by multiplying or dividing the numerator and denominator of a fraction by the same non-zero number. It is important we should multiply or divide using the same non-zero number. The next one was like and unlike fractions. Now these fractions are like fractions. Why? Why? Because they have the same denominators. Whereas fractions having different denominators like 3 by 5, 3 by 7, 11 by 12 are called as unlike fraction. And also, what did we learn? We learned how to convert unlike fractions to like fractions. Yes student, that was all about today's class. Hope you understood it. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving